That rag that's soaked in that shit, and you cover their nose and their mouth.
Oh, that's chloroform. That's chloroform? We could have just said the wet rag thing. It made it easier.
Imagine you're a gangster on the most dangerous night of your life, and suddenly a version of yourself jumps out of a time machine to tell you that you're about to be eaten by a cannibal assassin. This isn't just another crime flick. Hulu just dropped the trailer for Mike, Nick, and Alice. It's arguably the most chaotic R-rated comedy film that we've seen in years. Why does this matter? Because Hollywood's been obsessed with grounded crime thrillers lately, and this movie's here to make fun of every single one of them. We got Vince Vaughn, Nick, and James Marsden as Mike, starring as two gangsters trying to survive a night that spirals out of control. It's stylized, it's R-rated, and it's not afraid to be messy. The trailer opens with a masterclass of comedic tension. Future Nick, played by Vince Vaughn, is trying to prep Mike, James Marsden, for a hit. He's talking about using chloroform, but here's the kicker. Mike has absolutely no idea what chloroform is. When Nick tries to explain it, he's met with a lot of confusion. Mike finally has that aha moment, the moment he realizes that Nick is talking about the wet rag thingy. It's a funny moment that establishes the dynamic immediately. The comedy continues to escalate when future Nick reveals he's traveled back in time specifically because in the original timeline, Mike died. But here's where stakes get personal. Nick realizes that one person that could screw up the whole mission is himself. We see the pair scrambling to navigate a world that makes no sense. The stakes are clear. Mike has to survive the night to avoid being eaten by a cannibal assassin named the Baron. It's a bizarre high-speed mix of crime thriller tropes and sci-fi absurdity. This is where the trailer shifts into pure mayhem. They aren't just trying to survive. They're trying to navigate a timeline that's crumbling around them. The moment they realize they accidentally shot the DJ, it turns from a mission into a comedy of errors. They are clearly out of their depth, and that shifts from tough guy gangster to panicking amateur is where this film finds its rhythm. Notice the title, Mike, Nick and Alice. If you look at the time travel element, it implies we're not just dealing with one timeline. We're likely going to see multiple versions of these characters interacting on screen at the same time. The second Nick in the title is a massive clue. That's not a typo. It's a promise that the timeline's going to get even more crowded and confusing than the trailer lets on. This looks like the type of movie that either lands perfectly or goes completely off the rails. But I want to know your take. Are you into this time traveling gangster subgenre, or is this mashup of R-rated violence and sci-fi comedy too much? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for getting us to that 500 subscriber mark. Our new goal is 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that now, and I'll see you in the next video.